Hi guys, welcome to this channel. Today we are going to learn how to draft our princess bustier blouse. Let's start. This is the starting point. Neck width of 3 inches, neck depth of 4 inches. Let's rule it out like this. Now my shoulder measurement is 7 inches. I added half an inch allowance to it. I came down by 1 inch slope. Let's rule it like this. My armhole measurement is 18 inches divided by 2, which is 9. I came down 1 inch up there because the shoulder is not straight. Now from the shoulder to nipple is 10 inches. I added half an inch to it, making 10.5 inches. From the shoulder to underbust is 14. I added half an inch to it, making 14.5 inches. These are the horizontal lines. Now, from the shoulder to the length of the blouse that I needed 14.5. I added half an inch to it, making 15 inches. This is my nipple to nipple measurement is 4 inches plus half an inch seam allowance, making 4.5. Now let's roll it like this. At the middle of the armhole, let's make a sign there. You come up 1 inch, also come down 1 inch. This is the chest line, the bust, the underbust, the blouse length. On the underbust, I took 1 inch here. I took 1.5 inch here. Then on the bust line, I came down by 1 inch here. At the upper side, I took 1 inch also. Now this is how I'm going to connect it. I'm going to connect it to the mid part of the armhole like this. And then the 1 inch that I took up and down, 1 inch like this. I came down by 1 inch there. I'm also going to connect it to meet the underbust line. This one is also going to meet the underbust. This side is 1.5. And then I'll draw it down like this. Draw it down like this. Now this 1 inch here, making 2 inches. I'm going to add it so as not to short fabric. I'm going to add it. If you don't add it, you will be short of fabric. Now the armhole is not straight, it's curved. So you need to rule it like this with your ruler. also the neckline. Now my bust measurement divided by 4 is 10.5. I'll also put the 10.5 on my chest line. Now my under bust measurement is 36. 36 divided by 4 is 9. I'll also put the 9 at the end of the dress. The princess darts that I took was 2.5. The 1 inch plus 1.5, making 2.5 inch. I'm going to add it to it. If you don't add, you are going to be short of fabric. Now I'm adding allowances of 2 inches to it. I added it on the chest line, under bust line, and the bust line. Now I'm going to connect it together. Now I'm trying to rule all the points to a round shape. Your bust is round, it's not curvy. So you need to use your ruler to control it into a round shape. Now, the next thing is to cut it out. We cut the length of the blouse out. I'll be cutting the neck, the shoulder slant, which is called the shoulder slope. Now, I'm going to connect this part to the chest line. Now I'll be cutting off this part. This is the princess that I'm going to cut it off. I don't need those ones. Also, watch me the way I'm going to cut this one also. I'll cut it like this and then slant it. That's the armhole side. I'll also cut off those darts away. The princess darts, we don't need them again. This is what we needed. This is also the midpoint of the front panel. This is how it looks. we are also going to draft the back panel. Please, if today is your first time, please subscribe to this channel. This is the zip line, 2 inches of the zip line. I'm going to connect it together like this. Please subscribe to this channel. If today is your first time, you are welcome. Now, the neck width and then the neck depth. Neck depth of 4 inches, neck width of 3 inches. Now, I'm going to measure the neck, which is the shoulder line, 7 inches plus half an inch, making 7.5 inches. I'll come down by 1 inch also. Then I'll draw the line in a slopey form. Now this is the starting point. Now my armhole measurement is 18 inches. 18 divided by 2 is 9 inches. I'll connect it together like this from the slope to the armhole measurements. I'll also draw it like this. After that, my shoulder to my bust. Shoulder to bust. Also, my shoulder to the underbust. Plus half an inch allowance. Now the nipple to nipple measurement is 4.5 inches. It's 4, but I added half inch to it, making 4.5. Now on the underbust, I'll measure half an inch here, half an inch here too, making 1 inch. I'll connect it to the nipple line, which is the bust line. I'll roll it down like this. At the midpoint of the armhole, I'm going to make a notch and then connect it together like this. Now the 1 inch here, I'm going to add it here to extend the line. I'm going to make it curve. Now I'm going to roll the neckline to a round shape. The armhole too, I'll roll it, but later on I won't be needing this line again. Now my bust measurement divided by 4. I'm folding the zip line inside. The bust measurement divided by 4 is 10.5. The under bust measurement is 36. 36 divided by 4 is also 9. The 1 inch here, I'm going to add it here. I'm also going to add my bust measurement on the chest line, and then allowance of 2 inches. I'm going to add it all over and then connect it together like this. Now I'm going to rule the new line to meet the armhole like this. Now I'm going to extend the neckline to the zip side. Now let's cut. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. If today is your first time, you are welcome. You can also press on the notification bell so whenever I upload new videos, you'll be notified. I upload new videos every week, so please subscribe to this channel. Stay tuned. Beginners, subscribe. Now, let's cut the neckline. The slope side, you know I told you that this place is always slopey. Now this is how it's going to look like. The zip side, I'm going to open it. I'm going to cut this side into 2. You don't cut the front side, but you cut the back side. This is the zip line side. You always cut it into 2. This is how it's going to be. Thank you for watching.